Hello everyone, it's me, Hammy, and I am here to inform you that this video that you're watching right now, and all the other videos for that fact, are actually over my Twitch channel. So, should you ever want to maybe catch one of them live, why not follow the link in the description, maybe drop a little follow if you're feeling nice that day, and maybe join the Discord as well. That's where you would be getting all my announcements for when I'm going live. It would mean a lot to me, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Back to the video. What do you mean no? I'm literally right here. Can't believe it. Can't believe. No, I can't actually believe it. It's entirely my fault. You just quit. Should have just quit. How is everyone doing? Hope everyone's having a fantastic weekend so far, even though, you know, haven't had the chance to go that far into it. That's alright. It's alright, because we're back. We're fighting Honedge today. I've seen it, you've seen it, it's happening today. And we're getting that Honedge, you already know. Boom. And Petra from the start. Instant copyright. Can't believe that. 5 minutes. Didn't even take 5 minutes of having me on screen for the copyright strike to attack. Let's just reset that. Right. I'm feeling an early Honedge this time around. You know, we didn't get an early Honedge last time. We didn't get it the one time before, and before that, we did not get an early Shaman. But something's different about this one. I'm assuming you mean 3:40 PM. We go to a copyrighted start. Hell yeah. Otherwise, you've been sleeping for 19 hours, if it's the other one. Let's get some happy colors on. There we go. Oop, here we go. Bam, bam. So how's everyone doing on this lovely Friday evening or afternoon? You're alive. Well, that's positive, I think. It's a start. It's definitely a start. It is something to build on. That's for certain. We are gonna hit 500 real soon. Still ways away to odds. It's like 830-ish more encounters. 860. 860. We got time before even have to worry about going over odds. Hello, Mariah. How you doing? Newly birthdayed and all that. There it is. Second Petra party of the day, and we've barely been live. Oh. Cool. I thought the music stopped for a second, and it's just, yeah. I mean, it did stop because it was trying to play a different song. For a second, it was really quiet. Bum, 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 ba-dun, doo, 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 doo. Hello, Sarah. How are you doing? Hope you're alright. Bow, 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 doo, 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 doo. Bow, 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 doo, 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 doo. Man, can we all just agree that the remix of the Archimaxi battle theme for Aurus was just... Mwah. Finally done going to school for a week. Yay, you earned yourself a lovely weekend. I'm sure. Hello, Ignis, how are you doing? School, my parents got me some nice stud earring with birthstone. Oh yeah, birthstone's a thing, isn't it? Completely forgot that was a thing. Carrot cake with vanilla bean ice cream? Yeah, cake and ice cream. Can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with some ice cream and some cake. Especially if, like, the cake's still warm because it's just come out of the oven. That's about its first day, luckily. So what you're saying is it could be worse. Man, this is a banger. The two birthdays are Citroen and Topaz. Okay, go on then. But frosting a warm cake is a no-no because the icing will get too hot. Yeah, you cannot put frosting and icing on a warm cake. That has to you have to let it cool first. But warm cake and ice cream, different thing entirely. Getting sent back to gastro. The gastroductors. Ductors of the stomach, I think. That is good, yeah. Like vanilla ice cream and then like a fresh brownie. Slaps, honestly. I slap. Have you seen me on those, what's it like? I think there's like a Russian thingy. Like it's a Russian or Polish thingy. Where it's like a slapping contest. Where they take turns slapping each other and then whoever faints first loses or something. Actually going on, can't keep going on. It cannot keep happening for it to be nothing. Surely. Oh. God damn it. What's verdammt? Master of slaps, yeah. Wanna have a slap off? You know, competitively spirited, no ill intentions. Yesterday, by the way, the opposing school I had shit connection. I got stuck doing the book for back-to-back basketball games. Oh, well, whatever the case, I hope you had fun. You had a lovely time. As we say, woke up to the stream has ended. Oh, that's alright. Sometimes you just need sleep. Completely understandable. Need a bit of a resty. But I am feeling this challenge today. Honestly, I think it's about. I think we've earned a short hunt, considering the last three. You know, I don't think it's that far out of place for it to be a short hunt this time. For the third one, look, can't make justice. It's just justice is what it is. Can't keep getting these by far and large overrun hunts. Like it's bad. That's what we call it. Our school just lost every game last night, and I go in the first game started to black out. She started to black out. Is she alright? Or is it just exhaustion? Could be exhaustion. Both. Either physically, mentally, or both. But your mum tickets for Wicked. Didn't realize it was on for 2 hours. 2 hours long. Is that the one with the crow lady or whatever? The crow witch lady. Something like that. With the horns and stuff. I forgot her name. If you didn't notice, I in fact have not remembered her name. Get taken out for the rest of the game. They give her water and electrolytes, and he was chilling on the bench for the rest of the game. Okay, so she is fine. The flying monkey one, yeah, okay. Oh, Maleficent. Right, maybe. Maybe, you're right. I think you're right. Because she was on a hot streak. She was doing well and proper, but then the exhaustion caught up. And exhaustion takes no prisoners. Boo-doo. 30 quid on 2 popcorn buckets and 2 cups. 2 popcorn, is that like a collectible thing or just for the movie? Because I hope it's a collectible and not just for the movie. Yeah, but yeah, to which one? To be fair, it could be both. So, chat, tomorrow is Hammy Charlie Nuzlocke time. Ooh, it's gonna be hectic. It's gonna be chaotic. It's gonna be great. Surely nothing could go wrong, right, chat? Right? Surely. Went to the Odeon this morning, was closed, so I had to go back. It's a tin collectible one. What's an Odeon? Is that a new Eevee? Odeon. Myself, I can't stay for long. Also, I've got my birthday WP in like 25 minutes. I'll be on the stream on my TV though when I get home from the mall. Oh, go on then. Oh, the cinema, right? Is that just like the name of the cinema? Right, oop. Got him. Just get ready for the little ham cam. Here we go. Hooray! Oh, watch party is sweet. Oh, okay. What are you watching? What's on the menu? When I get home, it will be watch Dolma, bit of Xenoverse 2, then bed. Had a long day, have we? Yeah, we have Odeon and Cineworld. Odeon's closer, right? Okay. I'll see. fruit baskets we all pick. Oh, go on then. Never even heard of Fruit Basket. What's it about? It's like a comic film or drama film. Like, what are we looking at? I got to watch the latest episode and then play some Dragon Ball Z. The last episode of Dragon Ball Z. Goku and Vegeta fought off against Frieza in the Outbacks, and then Krillin died. No, not Krillin for the third time. Oh, he's fallen over. It's all right. Mom's neighbor has been shouting at night. She's in the loft room though. I'm in her. Wait, what? She's in the loft room though. I'm in hers. Turns out he was shouting on my mom. He broke his rib. Broke his rib? Well, that probably does hurt. It does hurt a little bit. Come here. Oh, there we go. You want to know? What's up, Spunt? Spadoink, spadoink-a-doink. Come here, you. There you go. Little Hammy Junior party. Hell yeah. The best part about the Petro emote is that as long as you're subscribed, you can use the Petro emote everywhere on Twitch. Except for like those very few specific channels, which only allow emotes from their own server. Because I think that can happen, right? I think you can like enable server like channel only emotes or something. Which, I don't know about you, kind of cringe. Big cringy. Hey up, Iris, how you doing? I mean, you were here earlier, but how are you doing? I don't think you answered. Haven't had any redeems yet, don't worry. I will repeat the message though, just in case. Do you remember that since we have gotten the last shiny, that means the guessing has been reset. Everyone who's not guessed yet, you have 2 guesses you can make for which encounter we get this shiny on. And do keep in mind, 1 guess counts for the entirety of the hunt. Right, so if you're wrong, you don't get your guess back onto the next hunt. Otherwise, you're pretty much guaranteed to be right, because you can just guess like the next encounter 5 billion times. 1,000 on the dot. Okay. I mean, it's as likely as every other encounter. Boom, boom.
Hamster.
Hamster. Hamster. Do. I think Hamcam is up. In fact, I'm fairly certain. Oh look, Hammy Jr. is a bit tired. They're going to be playing Bluey the game. I don't think so. Is there even a game called that? Bluey the video game. Obviously, I know what Bluey is, but does it have a video game? And is it for freezing down? It's probably PG-3 or something. Oh, ridiculous. Well, I mean, if you guess correctly, game selection is not the immediate prize. Although I guess if someone else who had it could select it. How many people both have VIP and is subscribed? That's the question. That be the question we're looking for, laddie. Oh, uh-oh. I mean, it wouldn't be too bad because I do need it, so, you know, could be worse. Certainly. You're not that cruel. You certain? I've seen you do some cruel stuff. Why does it look like Hammy Jr. is going to attack me like any second? Just look at this. It looks like any second now he's gonna jump out at me and absolutely tear me apart. Hydrate, thank you. Boom, 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 boom. So, anyone been up to anything interesting today? Like anything unusual? I went bowling. Lost. But then I won the last one, and that's the one that counts, surely? Surely, right? Yeah. The last one's the one that counts. It's just like back in the day in like the schoolyard where people would be playing football, right? And like one team, like the one class is leading like 7-1. And then the bell rings and then everyone's like, all right, next goal wins. And then obviously the team with just the one goal scores and then they declare themselves the winners and go. And then you just leave. Happened every time. We lost a Burmy plushie. He almost lost it. He fell in the trash can where it belongs. It knows its place. Fell into the back rooms. Oh no. Cause there's a part hamster. That is really unusual, gotta say. 555. The number is rising. Like, realistically, how long do you think it takes before Matt gets the Poipole again? Because obviously the first one he failed. Like, how long could it realistically take? Hopefully he doesn't take another 20,000 encounters. That's madness. Imagine he doesn't find it before next year. That would be crazy. Like, absolutely insane. GTA 6 before Shiny Poipole, honestly, might happen at this point. Pokemon Set A news before Shiny Poipole. Imagine. He just needs to be taught. He just needs to be taught. It's true. Taught how to get them under 20,000. I mean, like, the normal person, I probably couldn't teach much. I guess it's a teaching by example. Listen to what I'm saying, not what I'm doing type of situation, you know? Because like, if you want to be good at shiny hunting, you probably shouldn't go to 13,000, let alone 23,000. Like, if you think 13,000 was bad, Matt's at 23,000. He's almost twice the amount of Shaman. I mean, granted, he did find one at like 20,000. But by the time he gets it, he could very well be twice Shaman. Like, double Shaman. That is, yeah, it's not great. Not a good number to be at. But we could just get the shine today. Our shiny. And then, I don't know, what do we hunt afterwards? I think we were talking about maybe Scarlet Violet starters, but there is one problem with that. Just the one problem. Obviously, Masuda method in Scarlet Violet kinda sucks. So I would have to spend like half an hour to an hour just standing there getting eggs. Which is a thing I would rather do off stream. Skill issue on his behalf, honestly. I mean, you know, there's a point to be made. Failing the shiny was definitely a skill issue. Like, that much we can say. There were no RNG involved in the fail. It's not like you tried to catch it and it fainted itself, right? That didn't happen. He just accidentally suffered over it. Yeah, I guess you could argue it's a skill issue. Bless him, though. Takes a certain level of character to keep going after that. But then again, I guess he's really not got any choice, because, like, what would he do besides hunt it at this point? Can't just give up on it. That's crazy. Crazy talk. Could go for Arceus, or I guess if we find it today, we could just go to Legends Arceus and look for some Burmese. Because that's kind of easy to just go in and do, right? There's not really any setup required. I think the only thing that needs to happen is that it's stormy or something, right? There needs to be like some manner of mass outbreak. I think that increases the odds of a shaking tree appearing. And then just go around. Obviously, a good idea would be to just perfect the dex entry. Just for the shiny odds. Tomorrow! Yeah, on tomorrow. Exciting times. Normal time as well. We're starting normal time. Unless we change it, and if we do change it, we will let you know. But Cholo, hope you're ready for tomorrow. I will find out how ready we are when tomorrow arrives. I don't even know what the starters are. You saw me, or you... No, you did see me. You did see me make your I live streamed the part where I booted up the game, went down the stairs, and then saved and left. That was it. All I did. Yeah. That's all I've seen of the game. Going down the stairs. Twice. We've made sure that the game does indeed work. Around the mush boom. Absolutely terrible starters. No, we're gonna get... There's somehow, there's gonna be a Breloom and a Lucario in the starters. And, you know, we're gonna have to pick them at that point. If only, imagine. I mean, there's a chance, right? There is a chance that at least one of them appears. And there is a chance that they both appear. It's just incredibly small. Bonk! Almost died there. Hey up, Liu. How you doing? My meme buddy, Mr. Liu Liu. Imagine if we get him in the wrong files. I know, it's crazy. Party time, here we go. I think if I sing poorly behind the song, I won't get copyright attacked. Tell me how it works. It is, because there's transformative work. It's a parody. Yeah, I just need the last one, Lewis. Just the last one. Then I've got all three. All three. Then we can come back Tuesday, ready for the next hunt, or whatever. Who knows? Who knows what I might do if we find it today. Right, see you in a bit, Spont. Do you not have VIP? Some people do. Maggie does. It's the pink diamond icon. There's like 2 people with VIP. I forgot what it does. I don't really think it does anything, does it? Does it give you access to emotes or something? What does the VIP do? I think it might just be a status icon. Like a status symbol. Yeah. Well, if Maggie turns up, you'll be able to see it. Hello, what's up? Only chat, follow only chat. Oh, okay. So it does have certain boons. Obviously, we don't use none of those things, so it technically doesn't matter, but it is a nice icon. I'm gonna have to remember to turn off jail time, ham cam, and there's one more thing. Something I can't do tomorrow because there probably won't be a face cam. Getting a haircut or something, I probably should do. No, because tomorrow, Lewis, is Soul Link time, so we're just gonna be using the reactive images. What about Pedro? I mean, Pedro is still a redeem, so we can still Pedro party. Obviously, because Pedro's not innately linked to my webcam. It's just since there's no webcam, you can't put me in jail. So I might as well just remove the jail one as well. Just for tomorrow, though. Boom, boom, boom. Right, 600 coming up. Here we go. On the next one. And 600. Could it be? Could have. It wasn't. Hurt me. Yeah. Thought as much. Discord maxing. Just put every server ever into one folder and then right click, read all. Stop getting those bloody notifications. I'm part of this server, right? And it's not because I don't use the server. I do use the server. Well, it's the Pokemon's souls, not ours. You know, it's distinctly just the Pokemon that are soul linked, not the trainers. So yeah, it's still very possible. No, but I'm part of this server on Discord, which I do use. The problem is, it's like an RP-esque server, right? For like D&D stuff. And whenever people ping other people, they use like a bot where they can like type in a command, and then the bot like has like a whole group of like characters that are made, and depending on the command you input, that they then take your message and make it seem like it's the other character that wrote it. The only issue is when they tag people, the original message gives you the doo-doo, and then because it gets removed and then the bot also says it, you get another ping right afterwards, and it's in quick succession, so it's always like doo-doo, doo-doo. Like damn, not the spam. Sometimes they are a bit happy with the announcements as well, so you get a lot of pings and then doubled. It's not the most annoying thing in the world, but it is noticeable. Right, Charlie. What we need to remember for tomorrow, right, is always have some potions in the bag. Otherwise, bad things happen. Always have some healing with you. Status conditions and stuff. Gotta be prepared, because one mistake from either of us, and we both lose the Pokemon. Like, get Pokeballs, invest in healing. Those are like the things that will keep you alive. And then stuff like counter and mirror codes. Don't use attacks that get better if you take damage. Because you don't want to be taking damage. Ideally. I mean, you can have like a Destiny Bond for the bad situations. Let's say this is Gen 2, so let's say you're up against like Lands at the end, right? Let's say you're up against Lance at the end in the champion battle, and he pulls out like a sicko mode Rayquaza. Then, if you do have a Destiny bonded Pokemon, not a bad idea to take that trade. Just get a Giratina, honestly, just get a Giratina, just get a Legendary. Oh, that's a Mush Boom. It is randomized, yeah. The randomized Soul Link Nuzlocke. Once you get a Rattata. If Rattata's the best thing there, because there are... Imagine it's just 3 different Rattatas. Or Rattatas. Imagine it's just 3 different Rattatas. That would be hell. Yeah, because obviously you get to pick between 3 Pokemon. That's your starter. And imagine if they're all just Rattata. Yeah, for the starters tomorrow. But should we make a rule, Charlie, just real quick? When we're picking starters, the position they're in is the link. Like, the normal position for, like, Chikorita. If you pick Chikorita, I would also have to pick the Pokemon in Chikorita's spot. That could be fun. Yeah, that should be how it typically goes. You can't just pick and choose. No, no. I have to try to compromise. Exactly. Obviously, the only thing that like we've changed is like if we get an encounter and they're both the same type, we just re-roll the encounter. True, but that, you know, that's a given. You know, they can't deny us. That is the exception. The exception, not the rule. Like, let's say our first encounter is like a Chansey and then a ferret. I'm trying to find it. Oh, he's over there. Which is obviously in that game, both just normal types. Then we just re-roll the encounter because it feels bad to lose an encounter like that. Hello, Atomic. How you doing? We got another Atomic in here last stream. There's a second Atomic now. I think their name was like Atomic FS. Twice the Atomic, we're going nuclear. But yeah, that's like the only like uncommon thing. I don't know if people usually do that with the if it's the same type, just re-roll it. And I don't imagine that we're doing any sort of punishment wheel. This is already difficult enough. And Charlie obviously doesn't play too much Pokemon on the daily. Yeah, heck that. It's gonna be difficult enough already. Feeling a bit sick. Oh, hope you have a little lie down, get some drink, get some food in you. What type of sick do you feel? Is it like a stomach bug? Feeling like you're gonna throw up? Upsetty stomachy? It is cold outside, so remember to stay warm. Put some heat on, get your blankets out. Get your duvets, if you have them. For the Scarlet Violet DLC reason, you still need to do that epilogue, so I'm not going to be completely rusty, but yeah, I'm still gonna need to dust off some cobwebs, something like this. I know. Tired, headache, nose is running the whole time. Oh, you might have a case of the sniffles. Right, get yourself a hot, warm cup of tea and kick back and relax, because that's what your body needs. I swear, if this hunt goes over odds again, if it goes over odds, I'm gonna cry. You are going to see a grown man cry if this hunt goes anywhere near over odds. Welcome back, Spomped. Bum bum bum. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Got some hot tea. Yeah, get some hot tea. See, that's a thing Charlie can agree on. Bit of copper, little copper. Look, next time I'm in the UK, we gotta meet up and get a cup of tea at some point. Like a little cafe or something. Surely, we have to. Of course, given that I'm in the general area, I wouldn't make Charlie go all the way to London. That's a long trip, and I'm in jail. Thank you, Ash. Very cool. I have been jailed for my not sins yet. For shits and giggles. You know, if that happened in real life, you might have a lawsuit on your hands. Why'd you jail him? It just felt like it. He looked at me wrong. Is that illegal? No. But it was annoying. Like, fair enough. Continue, go on. I'm back. I've been let out. I'm out on parole, chat. I'm out on parole. Parole. It's because I've got all these fucking knives on me, man. Keep arresting me for nothing. All these swords. I grounded Hammy Jr. I did not. He's right there. Just chilling. He's just big chilling. I'm going from shiny on. I still need to shiny Totodile. Ooh. Are you doing that in Scarlet Violet then? Because obviously you can get, if you're lucky, you can get a Totodile outbreak in the Indigo disc. You have to be lucky though, because the area in which they can appear is very small. I think the worst one of those is Cyndaquil. The worst one you can get is Cyndaquil. Because it's literally not even an entire square. The area it can spawn does not even fill a square. And the cave's not big enough to do the same you can do with Torchic. Because the Torchic, you can literally just pop a sandwich and then stand in the corner. And then they just spawn. Then you send out a Pokemon. And you can just AFK it. The Cyndaquil cave, though, is way too small. You have to leave it to get some spawns. Never seen that with a Totodile. It's like in the savannah. It's in the top left pond. That's where you find them. There's like a platform thingy. Those are those weird blocks you can stand on. Somewhere in the middle of the pond. That is also where you find Broxhish. If you ever wanted to go for that, I don't know why you would. Yeah, one specific cave in an iceberg in the water. It's really bad. Which is why, after trying to get an outbreak for like 45 minutes for Cyndaquil, I gave up. I gave up on it. And then I opened up Legends Arceus to go find it instead. Took me like half an hour in Legends Arceus and then I got the shiny. You can if you eat a water type encounter sandwich, you are more likely to find nearby outbreaks that are water typed. And obviously, Totodile is a water type. So, like, if you could fairly easily get like a tier 2 water encounter sandwich. You can get a tier 3, but it's not really worth it. But as long as you have an encounter type sandwich on, the outbreaks that appear are more likely to both be near you and off the type of the sandwich. That's what I did anyway. It didn't take too long. I recommend not staying in the lake though when you're resetting it. Just like stand a little bit to the side of it. Yeah, the game chokes to death in water. It really does. Especially that fucking northern lake in the regular map in Paldea. You're in there for like 2 seconds and your game fucking dies. Hopefully the Switch 2, you know. I feel like Scarlet and Violet would have been vastly different and better games had it just been released on the Switch 2. We don't even know how good the Switch 2 is. I just know for a fact that the normal Switch is shit. That's all we need to know. The Switch 2 is better than the Switch. You can optimize it. It's seriously like unoptimized, that game. There has to be like a lot of data leaks somewhere. And like unnecessary code. Can be ran on it. True, but at the same time, you probably haven't seen too many of them, but if you run the game on like an emulator, like on a PC, it actually runs really smooth. So it is like, if you want to run the game as it is, it's definitely a hardware issue, but software-wise, I'm imagining it's also very ineffective. It's just like it's just a shit sandwich, really. Switch's old hardware on release in 2017, it did. It was outdated on release. I mean, the Switch 2 is going to be as well, realistically. That just comes as part of being a handheld, portable device. Yeah, the Switch's hardware was outdated on release. Compared to, like, if you wanted to compare it to, like, the Xbox and the PlayStation at the time, it was by far under, like, outdated compared. Obviously, the Switch is a lot smaller. It's portable, which obviously does make it harder for the to have the same hardware. Which is obviously the Switch's selling point, is that you can bring it anywhere. You don't have to have a separate screen like a TV just to play it. I wonder if we're gonna need like a new dock for the Switch 2 though. I mean, you'll probably get one when you buy it anyway. Oh. I don't know. I could dual hunt. I only have the one capture card though. Number of the beast has been conquered. Yeah, it's in brand for them. They've never had like the most up-to-date console throughout history. That's not what they've been known for. Their primary selling point is like exclusive games, I guess. And obviously the Game Boy back in the day, huge thing. The DS's as well. Like the handheld Nintendo stuff has always been like a league of its own. Not in terms of processing power, but in terms of well, I guess just how it feels to play the games. Games like Mario, Zelda, Pokemon single-handedly carry Nintendo. Exactly. And the difference is, right, because obviously exclusive games can be a bit iffy, but when the people that make the games also make the console, I'm like, okay, fair enough, it's exclusive, right? Because they literally made both, so I get it. It's not like when Spider-Man comes out, it's like, right, Xbox exclusive or whatever. Whatevs. Although I guess that company also makes games, right? They have to, surely. Oh, Mosh Boom. Boom, boom. PlayStation exclusive, yeah, right, but you know what I meant. You know what I meant. Spider-Man has games on Xbox. Oh, hold on. The plot thickens. The plot has thickened. And then we've got Epic Games with their slew of exclusive games. Like Alan Wake 2. Which is really sad because the Epic Games launch is fucking shit. It wouldn't be so bad if the Epic Games launcher wasn't so bad. It's horrible. It literally... Epic Games launcher literally fucked up my Alan Wake experience. Like, on guard, not even kidding. Because there's apparently a bug related to the launcher where every time like a notification pops up or you get an achievement whilst playing Alan Wake, you now get locked out of being able to scroll in the game. You can't use the scroll wheel if you get a notification on the Epic Games launcher, including achievements which you just get from playing the game. Which sucks, because Alan Wake 2 is a game where you want to be able to use a scroll wheel when you have to, like, across the map. Because obviously, the further out you zoom, the faster across the map you move, right? And the same with, like, when you want to do, like, those mind place things where you have to connect things to other things. Like, that's a big thing to go through when you're entirely zoomed in. And you can't do anything about it. When you want to read things, because, you know... sometimes you gotta scroll down to keep reading. Yeah, storyboard, investigation board, exactly. Like any note that was just where you had to scroll down. I just couldn't because I got an achievement like 10 minutes ago, so I just can't scroll now. Fucking horrible. God damn it, Epic Games. there's a lot of console exclusives, but there's also a lot of PC exclusives. Let's not get it wrong. There's a lot of games you can only play on PC. And besides, like, I get it. If you wanna, consoles are cheaper than a really powerful PC, but if you buy a really powerful PC, you're not gonna have to invest in a PC for the next like 10 years. Whereas you might have to buy the next console to play the new games. So like, it adds up eventually, right? And of course, the PC is just much more powerful if you make them right. You can just buy like a shit PC and then use that for like your words and your Google Sheets and whatever. Excels. No one console players when someone shoots them from behind. Have a lot more long-term value. Yeah, exactly. And like, once you buy the PC, even if you have to upgrade, it's not the entire PC that you're upgrading. I am now out of liquid. Hold on. Like, you maybe buy like a new graphics card, and then you're fine for another like 5 years. Like, you're not gonna be replacing the entire PC at a time. Right, let me just go get a new drinky. I'll be right back. Let's get Henry Jr. Can you take an account? Right, son? Sure. Ready. Ready for his encounter. Henry Jr. Shiny. Oh, damn. Can't believe it. Not excited at all. Almost though. Imagine one. Eventually, he's alright. He tried. Ham Jr. tried. To play like 5 times within 3 months. Yeah, you did have some major PC issues. That's the manufacturer. Yeah, that's a manufacturer's mistake. Somehow, that many times in a row. Really goes to show. Someone had a bad day at the production facility. Boom, boom, He might have fudged up like a You know what it is? There's probably been a guy, right? There's been a dude in like the facility that makes all the microchips and all that, and like the motherboards and stuff. And whilst he's been like assembling this motherboard and just microchips, he's had his phone out. And does anyone know why you probably should not have your phone out whilst doing that? Hello, Clara. Welcome back. If your answer is electrostatic charges, then yes, you are correct. Having your phone out and like not being properly secured can influence and ruin chips and boards and all that through electrostatic charges. Then you fry the things. Because they're really sensitive. They are really sensitive. How are you doing, Clara? Hope you're alright. Hope you're having a fine start to your weekend. China Hunt Scarlet Violet. What are you looking for? What's your hunt gonna be? No idea. Oh, you could just reset until you find an outbreak that you want. Normally, I do a bit more targeted. Oh, if Chris would score, did you make a little bet? Complete next week and a few homework to do, but otherwise you're alright. Oh, busy times, busy times. Are those like your final exam? Is it the finals? Or is it just like an end of year exam? I got lucky with one of my exams. I got so lucky with one of my exams. It's like one of those you really don't want. I think it was oral maths. Like an oral math exam. Got so lucky with it. You might be asking why. How could you get lucky, Hammy? Well, you see, there was this little thing called, I don't know if you know it, but COVID-19. And that was in like the height of it. Right, the height of COVID-19. And that meant lockdown. And fun fact, when there's a lockdown going on, you kinda can't meet up for exams. So they had to cancel the exam, and instead of just like being, okay, we'll just take it another time, they basically said, right, that your average grade, your grade average in that lesson, was going to be your final exam grade as well. So there you go. Got to skip the entire exam. Got a good grade for it. Perfect. The only reason I passed physics because I knew how to explain the processes. The math was all wrong. Oh, as long as you didn't go too hard into the math, like yeah, then this happens, and if you do this and that, then you can expect to see this, without going too hard and like too hard into the formulas. A little sprinkle of information, but like, he knows his stuff. Good at waffling. Good at waffling. Look, as long as you're a good waffler, they'll listen, right? As long as you can make them listen, that means time goes, and there's only so much time dedicated per exam. So eventually, if you waffle good enough, they're gonna run out of time. then they don't have the time to like question you on the exact numbers and the formulas and stuff. We have 3 year school extra to get Arbiter, which you need to go to the university, and every half year we have an exam season where I need to write 17 exams. Each half, wait what? Each half in all lessons, some 2, which count half your grade. Jesus, that is a lot of tests. I mean, I did exams every half a year too, but that's because my education was kind of weird. Because I took something called an EUD. Not an EUD, an EUX, which is a split between an EUD and a HTX, where like the EUD is like for like blue. No, what do we call that? The EUD is like for handymen, right? It's like the workers out there building stuff and stuff. And then the other one is for like general knowledge and stuff. But they worked on like half a year basis. So like half a year you do one of them, and then half a year you do the other one. And then you constantly switch back and forth. And then that meant every half a year you'd do exams in one of them, and then exams in the other one the other year. It's like, damn. You know what to just don't ask you to do it. Exactly. German high school. Oh, Deutschland. Yeah. It does, and it's not like when you go back to the one you came from, right? When you go back to like the studies, it's not like they give you like a week or something to like catch up. It's just straight on from where you left off, and and like some cases, you wouldn't have done it for like a year, an entire year. They just expect you to learn something in half a year, then learn different stuff for like an entire year, and then come back. Expect us to remember exactly what we did last time a year ago, and then continue off from there. I was like, oh, no. Pain. It's the worst. I would never recommend it to my worst enemy. Hello last year, I know, right? And that's like, cause like you could have maths on A level, right? And then be gone from it a year, and then come back, and then you like, what the fuck is all these curves and formulas, and just become completely confused. I'll study marketing. Ooh. Sounds like we might have to hire Clara for the Little Hammies project. The Colloquium Udum. How's it called? I don't know. Never heard of it. The Little Hammies project. Coming to a store in sometime after 2020-30. 2020-30. Exactly. I mean, merch is gonna take over the world, I know, right? Charlie, do you know what the Little Hammies are? You might know, you might have a snippet. We did talk about it yesterday. Over here, if you pass a test and you're 21 plus, you don't need an arbiter. VWO or bachelor. Oh, okay. Does Charlie know the lore of the Little Hammies? The gummy things? Yeah, the Little Hammies, the gummies. The candy. It's gonna be the best that never was. A bit and do my English homework. Go on then. I believe in you. Sounds like you know what you're talking about, just judging by your vocabulary. Roki outbreak, you need free. Go on then. Snatch him up. Grab him. Grab me that creature. You're very welcome. Although I did look at it, I've actually genuinely looked at it, just like to humor the thought. There's so much that goes into actually producing that stuff. It's never gonna happen. It's way too complex. And I'd need to like make it first, right? I'd need to make a concept. Not just a concept, but I'd need to like actually make a product. Because I need it. It's too much, man. I don't know how people do it. Obviously, when people do it, it's usually someone really famous with lots of money. And then they just hire someone smarter than them to do it. I'm not smart, and I don't have that kind of money. And I'm not that famous. So, I'm kind of losing out on all three there. But it would be fun, imagine little hammies out there on the market. Imagine going to your local supermarket and there's a bag of little hammies in the candy section. What a world we'd live in. And obviously, you know, we're gonna have an entire selection of little hammies. There's gonna be the tropical hammies. There's gonna be the berry hammies. There's gonna be the dark hammies, the regular hammies, which is just called little hammies. Little hammies is the original one. It's like gummy bears. It's just little hammies, right? And then we've got the vegan hammies. Perfect. I've already thought it out. Can't believe no one's captured the hamster gummy market. Just hated English homework. Oh no. Did you get a scream? There was a little bit of a scream from the next door over. No, it's got a patience to do it. You'd be surprised what patience people have for like the weirdest things. Yeah, you did hear a little scream from my brother. Good old smaller hammy. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, ba-dum. Be-doo-doo-doo. He does love to remind people that he exists. Exactly, it's true. And this is through 2 locked doors, by the way. Closed doors. They're not locked. He pretends to be a banshee. Oh no. Imagine you're out there just walking in a forest at like 2 AM and you hear that scream. What do you do? What would you do? I mixed it up, alright? Because the Danish word for a closed door is a local door. Locked. There you go. I just mixed it up. I defaulted. Why you know what's 2 AM? I don't know. Maybe you just enjoy nature. Not the weirdest thing someone could do at 2 AM. In the bilingualness, exactly. That's what I'm gonna do. On my walls, oh no.
Congratulations, you're a failure.
What if you live in a log cabin? Right? What if you live in a cabin in the woods? Then you'd automatically be in the woods at 2 AM. Right? So now we've got the situation. Just imagine you're in that cabin in the woods. Pitch dark. Bit of snow on the ground. Freshly fallen leaves. And then you hear the scream. You're not exactly sure where it comes from. But you're sure you heard it. What do you do? Could be out camping. Fair. would be out in a tent. Walk the other way. But you're inside, you're in a tent, or in a cabin. And you didn't, and as I said, you're not exactly sure where it came from. So how do you know which way is the other way? Leave and never come back because I'm not a protagonist. But, Lewis, when you say leave, you know it's not from inside the cabin. So what you're saying is, you hear a creepy scream, and your initial thought is to leave the cabin and then go into the forest. Sounds like something a protagonist would do. Continue doing what I was doing and pretend I didn't hear it and hold leave the fuck alone. Just, not my problem. Someone else has a death wish. Oh. Hide under the bed. Tried and tested method. We all know that demons and ghouls cannot go under beds. Bolt the door and sleep. Fair. My question to you is, why didn't you bolt the door when you went to bed initially? Were you expecting visitors? Curl into a ball and cry. I ain't ending up in some horror film. Nuh-uh. Not happening. Yeah, let us just shut the fuck up already. Just what? I'll read you right now at random sounds. Oh my god. What? Do you hear a random sound at night and then you just start yelling? Wouldn't that make you the random sound at night? Torch the place, jump in the car and fuck off. Oh, well, that's the thing, actually. You've got a flat tire. When you plugged in, that is very effective at stopping the screaming. I'm gonna give demons a reason to go after my ass before they notice I'm going to the same place as them. True, it's like, demons, if you kill me now, so help me God, I will make hell for you. I will make it worse. Climb a tree. At least if you fall, it's gonna make it quick. Put yourself inside. Fair. Just fuck everything. Yeah, no, I ain't dying like this. And then, you know, instead of in the newspaper, it reads, man dies from random demon attack. It's just gonna say, man dies from fire. Much better. That's a flammable material. That is true, but we did specify it's a log cabin. And last I checked, wood is rather flammable. Man dies from gravity. Rip. Rest in peace. He died so we other could fly. Man died from being a victim of physics. That does make you question, though. Do you know how nowadays we know a lot about which berries and fruits are poisonous or not, right? The question is, how did we find out back in the day? We just like two guys walk into a forest, find some mysterious fucking berries. There's like some red berries in the bush. And then one of the guys, he fucking takes it. Fucking just like, oh, I'm a bit hungry. He starts eating them. Fucking falls over and dies. And then the other guy just walks over and is like, yeah, Steve fucking died from red berries, mate. Got some of them here. Oh, poor Steve. Died for our berry eating sins. But we dislike bitter. Is it now? But like, someone would have had to like bite the proverbial bullet to like figure out if it's poison or not. Surely, like the amount of Steves that have died from eating unsolicited berries, it must be in the hundreds, if not thousands. Just so everyone else could know if they're poison or not. The first guy to ever have an allergic reaction. You know what that is? I'm fairly certain if someone had, like, mental sickness or allergic reactions back in the day, they would just chug it up to witchcraft and demons. Surely, right? I'm fairly certain that's what they do. Witchcraft and demons. I'm fairly certain if someone was, like, allergic to something rather mundane, someone might think they've been cursed from, like, witches. Because obviously they didn't know better back in the day. After having had it before, so, like, first bee sting, no issue, second bee sting, you're screwed. No, so that's why the witchcraft comes in, because, like, well, he was fine the first time, and then he ate it again, and his fucking head exploded. And then, you know, then the tales of the witch in the forest start emerging. It's very likely something like that happened anyway. Like, it's so human to, like, because they wouldn't understand why. But they're trying to make some sort of, like, connection. Because that's just what humans do. Ashy-washy. Well, they wouldn't know any better, so they just chuck it up to something they think they know. Because the human brain fucking loves making patterns out of nothing. Fucking loves it. Can I make it stand? Nope, no I cannot. It does not have the balance of the hand plushie. I can do that. And it works. I believe heaven and hell have been made up to cope with death and to see purpose behind the natural phenomenon. It's very likely. Obviously, it is a point of contention, and thusly we shouldn't discuss it like too much because we just risk people getting upset. But it is very likely that there are at some level, stuff like that is man-made. But yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Because obviously, when it comes to specifically religion, you can never convince something otherwise. Who is convinced of the other side, right? So, who knows what happens? I mean, no one who's died has ever come back to tell us. So we can't know. I guess on the spiritual side, it is nice, right? It is nice thought that once you're gone, you're not actually gone. It's a nice thought. Boom, 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 boom. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, doo, 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 doo. But yeah, it's probably best we just don't discuss it too much. Just like religion and politics is just not really. Well, this is a Pokemon stream first and foremost. There are places to discuss it, and this is not it. You died 5 times at birth. 5 times? Why not 6? I hope you're not actually serious. That sounds brutal. There's been some who said the brain ring. Who knows again? Because like obviously what someone believes to have thing, we can't verify anything, right? It is like outside the realm of verification. We could choose to believe them. I don't see why they'd lie about it, but it is tough because it is the realm of the gray zone when it comes down to it. Because you can't prove it, you can't disprove it, so it doesn't really matter. If we don't want to discuss the original Laloom, exactly. Laloom, praise be, guardian of all. Like personally, I'm not too fussed about it. If there is a guy in the sky, then so be it. I don't think it's a religious thing. In general, brains do lots of things to cope. What we see other lives flash before eyes. I've actually had that happen to me. When my blood sugar was low and I was turning blue. Oh god, that is emotional roller coaster for your mother, I assume. Did he have to do CPR or something? Like one time, I've had this like thing where like the world slowed down. I've had that one time. When I was on a bike on my way to school, and this random person decided now is a good time to take my car and like drive it diagonally across the fucking bike lane straight into me, right into where I was driving opposite. So like now we're going head to head. And for some reason, right, my brain starts hyper thinking. Like it goes into like extreme think mode, where it thinks so fast that it feels like it's going slow. Like I think that's generally how it happens, right? You start thinking so fast that it feels like the world's in slow motion, even though it clearly isn't. But what then happened was I obviously slammed my brakes because I'm like 1 or 2 meters away, right? And this car is now angled into my face. And mind you, because I'm Danish, we've got something called bike lanes, which is a road for bikes, not cars. But now the car's on the road, on the bike lane, and it's aiming for me. And I slammed my brakes. I managed to like realize, well, my bike's not slamming hard enough. It's not braking. I'm still going full speed into this car. That's not something I'd like to happen. And I registered that as happening in like those 2 meters. And mind you, I'm going like 30 kilometers an hour downhill. And the car's also coming my way. So it's like the amount of time I have is like less than a second. But I realized that the bike's not slowing down fast enough. Which then leads me to turn my front wheel 90 degrees to the side. So I like don't have that traction of going forwards anymore. And then try and like anchor my momentum in a different angle. Because I know for a fact that if I just continue not doing anything, I'm hitting that car and it will hurt. But I managed to do that. And that slowed me down enough, but I still thought that I'm still gonna hit this car. So for the third time in like the second, I rethink my my own options, right? And I like put my foot down into the floor as well. And I somehow, by setting my foot down and turning my front wheel, I managed to change the direction of my momentum. So I just about get out behind the car. Like I jump around the car somehow. And then I fall flat on my ass. And the worst part is, the person who did it just drove off like nothing fucking happened. And then everyone else fucking stopped up and like, are you alright? Like, yeah, I mean, my ass hurts, but I'm fine. Because obviously I fell down on like the fucking pavement with my ass. But it looked ridiculous because I'm there like jumping on one leg with like my bicycle almost in the air behind me. and then somehow I don't crash. I don't know how I did it. If I don't want to go legit, got hit by almost 3 times with the last couple of months already. What time was cast fault? Could have gotten paid 1 time if I didn't decide to somewhat break last second. But that's my close encounter with being ran over by a rogue car. Scary stuff. I am aware. But like, that is just an example of like how your brain can, like, can feel like you're in slow motion, because in that span of like about a second, I reevaluate all my actions 3 times, do 3 different actions to try and stop, and somehow maneuver around the car, all in the span of a second. Which normally, I'd reckon that would probably not happen. But it has to have some involvement from like adrenaline, right? Surely, adrenaline must have had to play a part. Has to, surely. Sorry for waffling, by the way. That was just a just to make me think of something that happened. Interesting little story. Yeah, our brains can do a lot more than we realize. The same thing with like physically, right? Because you've seen before, especially when adrenaline is present. Right, you've seen before where like someone has been ran over by a car and the car's like on top of them, and then some other person is there and they somehow manage to fucking lift an entire car by themselves. Like, that is a massive amount of adrenaline coursing in the body, like making you able to do stuff you normally would not be able to. Our brains do not trust us not to kill ourselves. We have to manually control our heart and such. Exactly. It's the body's funny. The body is funny. Although, on another note, it is possible to be so sad and want to not live. Like, if you have a strong enough desire to not live, you can just die. Out of nowhere. From simply not wanting to live. It is entirely possible. It's happened before to people. But it is like severe cases of depression. So it's not like it's impossible to just stop living. But obviously it's super rare, and if you're nearing that, get a therapist. Please. Hormonal imbalance. Oh. Well, then get a doctor and a therapist. Therapy saved my life. Glad to hear it, mate. Would be a worse world without you, mate. Honest and true. To have more prolonged imbalance of hormones, at least to comorbidity, or how it's called in English, something like that. One down, 2 to go. 2 to go. We're almost there, sir. Almost there. Getting soon. He's just going to kill us. He might one day show up and try to hug you, but I doubt he'd kill you. It wouldn't be unlike species to try and go for a hug, and it'd be really rude to turn him down. Just saying. If species traveled like half a continent just to hug you, you better fucking say yes. Like, come on. Kill him with kindness, the best kind. Right. Encounter 800, ladies and gentlemen. Bang. Not shiny. We'll be back Tuesday for Honedge. We will be back tomorrow, of course. Don't get that wrong. We are back tomorrow. It's just not for Honedge. Obviously, tomorrow, in case you are unaware, despite me saying it 17 billion times, is